From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your weather, live at 5.
Good bit more in the way of cloud cover on this Tuesday afternoon. Here's a live look at the Arctic Air Skycam Network starting in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. You can see some breaks of sunshine out there. We have had some sun today, but plenty of clouds this afternoon. Current temperature is 40 degrees in Lawrenceburg. Dew point is 26, and that means that when precipitation first shows up on radar this evening, some of it's going to be evaporating as it falls out of the clouds toward the ground. So just keep that in mind. If you look at radar here over the next few hours, it's going to take us a while to saturate things and get some evaporational cooling, but wintry weather will start as we head later into the overnight hours. Here's a live look from Florence, Alabama in the Shoals atop Rivers Hall at the University of North Alabama, looking back southeastward toward Wilson Dam. 45 degrees here in the same mostly cloudy skies across the area. Dew point is 30, so here as well, when precipitation first moves in on radar this evening, it will be evaporating before it reaches the ground. We're going to be quiet here for a little while before things start during the overnight. We range from the upper 30s to the upper 40s across the area from southern middle Tennessee down into North Alabama with current temperatures. We're quiet here locally, but light precipitation starting to spread across the Mississippi River back to our west. It has been reaching the ground as close as eastern Arkansas, and that will be moving into our area as we head to the overnight. You can see the snow and the sleet back in Arkansas and Missouri and Oklahoma. That is what is heading our way. Again, the initial couple of hours of this on radar will likely be evaporating before it hits the ground, but that will change probably after 11 or 12 o'clock tonight. There's still a winter weather advisory in place for the entire viewing area here of southern middle Tennessee, northwest Alabama, and northeast Mississippi that runs through tonight until midday tomorrow for a little bit of snow accumulation, anywhere from a dusting to an inch in the far southern areas to as much as 2 or 3 inches in some of our southern Tennessee counties. And there will be a range across the viewing area. It's not a big snow, not a high impact winter storm by any means, but enough to cause some slick spots and hazardous travel, especially late tonight and at least for the first half of Wednesday before we get temperatures briefly above freezing tomorrow afternoon that may allow some melting. And then we have to worry about refreezing tomorrow night. So there may be a couple nights where we have refreezing during the overnights, even as things melt off during the daytime. Mostly cloudy here for the evening. Here's the Futurecast breakdown. You can see the precipitation off to the west. Futurecast doing a relatively good job with that. As we head into the late evening and the overnight, especially about midnight or so, I think that's when things start to reach the ground in Tennessee, and then overspreading the viewing area during the early morning hours with light to moderate snow, maybe some sleet mixing in south of the Tennessee River. There may also be a changeover or a mix with liquid rain south of the Tennessee River, depending on specifically what the temperatures are. After we head past 7 or 8 a.m., snow will be tapering off from west to east, mostly cloudy skies into the midday and afternoon. But I do think we warm into the mid-30s by the afternoon, at least briefly, before we fall back into the 20s tomorrow evening and the low to mid-teens tomorrow night. So there will be a window from the late morning into the afternoon tomorrow where, especially on the main roads that are treated, there will likely be some improvement. The back roads may take a little longer, but we're going to have warmer road temperatures this time than what we did back last month on January 10th. So even the back roads may not be quite as bad tomorrow afternoon as the winter storm we had back last month. And this is not going to be as high of an impact system as that one was either. So there may be a window tomorrow where travel improves before refreezing on the roadways tomorrow night and the Thursday morning. And there will be some additional travel problems because of that going into Thursday morning as well. Here are our latest thoughts on accumulation potential. We haven't changed things too much here, but we have nudged totals up a bit based on the data that we've seen today. A general expectation of 1 to 2 inches of snow now as far south as places like near or just north of Red Bay, near or just north of Russellville, the Town Creek area, the Cortland area in Lawrence County, Alabama, to about Athens. Includes all of Colbert County, includes all of Lauderdale County, includes all of Tishomingo County, and then to the north into southern middle Tennessee. The darker blue areas here, we've nudged that a bit farther south into Tennessee as well. This is 2 to 3 inches of snow accumulation as far south as places like Savannah, to Waynesboro, to Summertown, to about Lewisburg in Tennessee, and then northward, and then heavier accumulations than that off to the north of our viewing area. South of Russellville to about Decatur and south in North Alabama, where temperatures will be a little more marginal and some rain will mix in. We expect anywhere from a dusting to an inch, but if things trend a little bit colder, we may have to pull that 1 to 2 down a little farther south. It's a lot more iffy and a lot more marginal once you get here south of the Tennessee River and close to I-65. There could be some isolated heavier totals than the 1 to 2 here between Highway 64 and Highway 72, but there's not enough confidence to outline that on the map. Overall, not a large snow accumulation, but enough of a nuisance type accumulation to cause some slick spots and some hazardous travel, especially for the first half of tomorrow. And then we'll fall into the low to mid-teens tomorrow night and Thursday morning, so anything out there refreezes. I do think we will get enough sunshine and get some solar radiation so that even though we stay in the 20s for Thursday, the roadways may improve some because that solar radiation into the pavement helps warm up the pavement temperature. But then we're right back to the lower teens Thursday night and the Friday morning. So if there's anything left on any of the roads, especially the neighborhood streets and the back roads, Thursday night and the Friday morning, there would be additional refreezing. And you know how the bus routes go. They have to account for rural areas. So this could be a setup where there may be school delays or school closings for a few days. And if that happens, it is the correct decision. So just be aware of that and plan for that for the next few days. Once we get into the weekend, we will start to see a warming trend here with temperatures starting to climb into the 40s and then the 50s. And once we get into early next week, we're back to the low to mid 60s across the area. The cold weather is definitely here, but it just won't last for too much longer. Into the mid 30s tomorrow afternoon briefly, and then the best we do Thursday is upper 20s. Notice the overnight lows here, low to mid teens Thursday morning, lower teens, if not upper single digits, Friday morning, and both mornings, wind chill values could be down near 0, so be sure to dress in layers. Bring the pets in, protect the pipes. This will be substantially cold. You're going to have to drip the pipes tomorrow night and Thursday night. Be aware of that. We do warm things up quickly, though, as we head from the weekend into the first part of next week, mid-60s by Tuesday of next week. So the cold won't hang around here for too long. Low to mid-20s across southern middle Tennessee as we head into the overnight toward daybreak with cloudy skies and the snow starting especially after midnight. Mid to upper 20s for overnight lows with the snow starting in the early morning and a mix of sleet and rain as well across northwest Alabama and northeast Mississippi. 7-day forecast shows the wintry potential here during the morning hours of our Wednesday, but it tapers off after 7 or 8 a.m. Hazardous travel may last into the late morning before improvement midday and afternoon, briefly getting above freezing. Anything refreezes on the roadways tomorrow night into Thursday morning, however, but weather goes quiet as we head through the rest of the week and early next week, and then warmer temperatures as well heading into early next week. That's Look Your latest 7-day forecast. I'll be back at 6 o'clock and 9 o'clock with another check of your local weather.
You're watching the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel.